Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Halton Hills housing update. So I've got October numbers for you and some bad news in terms of inventory levels. So let's jump right into these numbers. So in October of 2020, we had 107 units sell. In October of 2021, we had 105. So we're almost like on par with last year. We have been seeing huge gaps due to lack of available inventory in terms of units that are selling in our months. It hasn't been since May that we've seen even a close unit to unit year over year. Every week in October, we were seeing high inventory levels coming on the market, and those were getting bought up. So I'm not surprised to see our units that sold way higher than we've been seeing because there's actually stuff to buy. So the good news is we're sort of where we were last year. Now looking at prices, we are nowhere near where we were last year. So last year, our average price was $935,610. This year, we are up to $1.282 million. So we have jumped like more than $300,000. So we're up 37% in terms of our average price. We're even up since last month. And so people are talking about like the market's changing. Like the market is not changing. It is chaos. And we are seeing our bigger million plus properties getting huge numbers, and that's pulling everything up. But seriously, like up 37% since last year. And last fall, we were like, this is nuts. This is nuts. Like, there's no way in the next year we continue to go up 37%. But these numbers are really scary for buyers because there's no end in sight. Every month, we're continuing to see prices go up. Even with the units being available, we are still so far behind where we need to be to fulfill the buyers. So huge jump versus last year. I'm not surprised. So this is the highest price we've seen in terms of our average monthly price this year. And it's not going anywhere. And it's last month we thought it was crazy, and now it's even crazier this month. So here we are. Another thing to note, days on market. Last year, average properties, 14 days on market. This year, 8 days on market. So they're selling for 37% more in half of the time. So this is fun. Okay, so now let's look at last week's numbers. In Georgetown, we only had 11 sales, which is really low compared to the weeks prior. 9 of them sold over asking. So obviously still tons of bidding wars, lots of them hundreds of thousands of dollars over asking. We only had 9 new listings. Inventory is going to be down, and it is, like, inventory is really bad. Acton this week had 2 sales, both of them over asking. One of them got $300,000 over asking in Acton. It was a 2-bedroom side split, got $1.1 million. In Acton. This is crazy town. In terms of new listings in Acton, we're sitting at 4. Glen Williams this week had no sales and 1 new listing. Limehouse, no sales, no new listings. The rural market had 4 sales. Huge week for the rural market. We've been seeing tons and tons of sales there because there's just not a lot to buy in town. But 4 sales in the rural market, big numbers. And 2 new listings in the rural market. So again, inventory is going to be down. So now looking at available inventory, this is really the talking piece for the week. We are down to 42 active listings from 48. This is, I think, our second worst week of 2021 in terms of inventory. We got down to 39 at one point in March or February. And so 42 is very bad. Georgetown this week is down to only 16 active listings in all of Georgetown, 16 listings. There are so many buyers and we only have 16 listings. Like, this makes me want to cry as a realtor. So looking at our price points, under 700,000 was at 4 last week. We're down to only 2. 7 to 800,000 is up to 2 from 1, so it's up. 800 to $1 million is sitting the same at only 3 active listings. This is also a conversation. The million plus price point is down to 9 active listings. We are down in single digits in the million plus price point. I had a $1.3 million listing this week, and in the first 24 hours, we had over 20 showings. in the first 24 hours. We got a bully offer, it sold. We ended up having to cancel like another probably 12 to 15 showings, and the amount of people that were reaching out. So the point is we have dozens and dozens of people that are looking to buy like a 4-bedroom house in Georgetown South, Stewarttown, that sort of area. They're willing to pay anywhere between 1.2 and 1.5, and like dozens, and we have nothing to sell them. So if you have this kind of property, I can tell you, based on what happened this week, that price point is absolutely insane. There is so much demand, so many buyers, and you are really getting a premium on your properties right now. So list your houses. In Acton this week, we are up to 7 active listings. Still a very, very low number for Acton, but it's up. So a few things to choose from there. Glen Williams is up to 3 active listings from 2. Limehouse remains the same at no active listings. And the rural market also took a big dip this week. We're down to only 16 active listings in the rural market, which is a very low number for there also. So the trend is clear. Our inventory is going down. Our prices are going up. We are not in a changing market. This is not getting any better. I cannot reiterate enough that we are so far from this market changing. The sheer volume of buyers astounds me. I don't know what we're gonna do. And I just think prices are gonna continue to go up. Buyers are feeling the pinch right now, and they're just spending some crazy money on houses. So I'll be back next week. I have a feeling inventory is actually gonna go down again. I think we are on the cusp of having our worst inventory levels of 2021. It feels busier than it did in February and March, which seems unthinkable because we were like, this will never happen again. But here we are. And so if you have been thinking of selling, it really has never been a better time. So I will be back next week. Have a great week, everyone.